going on, everybody? This is D Car Lady coming at you. All right, today we're going to talk about how to build a profitable online business from scratch in 6 easy steps. All right, now no matter what your reason is for wanting to start a profitable online business, whether it's because you want to fire your boss, whether it's because you want to make your own hours, maybe you want more time freedom, or maybe you want to build a legacy to leave to your children. Regardless of what your why is, we're going to talk about, basically, we're going to break this down into 6 easy steps. A lot of times we make this more complicated than it has to be. Okay, so I decided to go ahead and bring this to you guys to really show you, just narrow it down to 6 easy steps of what you need to be doing on a regular basis to build a profitable online business from scratch. All right, so that means even if you don't have a list already, if you don't have a following, it doesn't matter. You can literally start this today. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Step number 1, you want to wake up and give thanks. Okay, a lot of times people overlook this step, but it's one of those things that's necessary. Okay, it doesn't matter what your spiritual beliefs are or your religious beliefs. It doesn't matter. Regardless of who it is you're thanking, you need to give thanks. Every time that you wake up in the morning, you need to give thanks. All right, you want to spend about 5 minutes doing this. Say a few words of gratitude. All right, you want to be thankful that you woke up. You want to be thankful that you're breathing. You want to be thankful for another chance to go after your dreams. It doesn't mean anything to, achieve your goals if you can't wake up to enjoy it. Think about that for a minute. It won't mean a hill of beans if you don't wake up. And believe it or not, some people didn't wake up, this morning. Some people did not wake up in their right mind this morning. So you want to, first thing in the morning, you want to wake up and give thanks. Or if you wake up in the evening, because you may have a different type of schedule. Regardless of what it is, when you wake up, the first thing you want to do is you want to give thanks just for the fact that you woke up. All right, that's very important. Step number 2, visualization. All right, you want to spend about 30 seconds to a minute doing visualization. What you want to do is you want to visualize what your life would be like when you reach your goals. What will you be doing and feeling in those moments? You want to put your mind, body, and soul there in that place of achievement. Sometimes people think that they have to wait, until they achieve the goal, right? Before they can kind of feel the excitement from it and feel the pleasure from it. No, you don't. You actually want to visualize that feeling before you ever reach that goal. So you will literally, you may be laying in your bed doing this, you may be sitting up doing this. All right. Some people call it meditation. All right. But the point of the matter is you want to be really closing your eyes. Okay. So that way you can concentrate. You need to be able to concentrate. That means you need to be in a quiet place. All right. If you have children, you may want to do this after you take your children to school, or maybe when they're asleep. But you want to do this as step number 2. Really visualize. Okay. Whatever your goal is, visualize that you're already there, right? You're already walking down that road to success. Whatever that means to you, whatever that success means to you in your business, you want to feel as if you're there. You want to smell what you envision that you're going to be smelling as a winner, right? You want to smell that. Whatever you feel that you're going to be tasting once you get there, you want to taste that, right? You want to grab that, right? You want to kind of embody all of that around you. All right. All of that is a part of your visualization, and you want to do that for about 30 seconds to a minute. You want to do that. All right. As step number 2, that's very important. All right. Step number 3, self-development. That's right. It is very difficult to try to get to a higher place in your business and in your life in general if you do not work on developing yourself. If you don't work on developing yourself first, okay, everything else that you try and develop will crumble. Why? Because it's yourself. It's you who are the ones trying to achieve these goals. So you have to develop the self. All right. So that means you're going to spend about 15 minutes a day, all right, reading an inspirational book or listening to an audio or watching an inspirational video. All right. It may be something like you may spend time doing a spiritual wake-up call, right? There are some people who have calls, depending on your religion that you have, or you may not have a religion. You may just be a spiritual thing where you guys get on a call each morning, and listen to someone pour insight into you, pour positive thoughts and vibrations into you, right? And speak on things that help you develop as a person. For example, one of the things that I do is I'll listen to Bob Proctor, his Think and Grow Rich. You can actually find that right on YouTube for free. All right, that's Bob Proctor, Proctor. Think and Grow Rich. Okay, that's one of the videos that I'll watch, or I'll just listen to it. Okay, another one that I love to listen to is Grant Cardone, and he has an audio. Grant Cardone, the 10x rule. Okay, I listen to that very often. All right, it helps me get deeper within myself, and helps me be inspirational within myself, and helps me develop within myself. So those are the type of things that you want to be doing every day for your self-development. Every single day you want to do that. All right, for about 15 minutes. All right, step number 4, learn something new. Now, I've noticed that along my journey, I've noticed a lot of people skip this step. I don't even know if they realize that they're doing it. People will say that they want to learn how to make money online. They want to learn how to increase in their business. They'll say that out of their mouth. But what are your actions showing? Are your actions showing that you want to learn something new? And it's not just a matter of saying, yeah, I want to learn something new. I asked my sponsor, how can I do this and that? No. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about you waiting for someone to feed you something. Okay? This is what I want you to do. And you're going to spend about an hour a day on this, guys. All right? We're talking about an hour a day learning something new. All right? And now if you literally feel that you can't learn anything, you're like, I don't know what to learn. Okay? I'm going to give you some examples. But basically what you want to be spending your time learning is learning things that are going to increase the value to your potential prospects. Okay, increase your value to your potential prospects. All right, now you can do this by watching some training in your back office. There's different business opportunities that you've joined, no matter what the program. I'm sure they probably have some type of training in the back office. And if you join different opportunities like I have, that literally they are marketing training, right? That is most of the type of business opportunity programs I joined are literally marketing training in and of themselves. Like Easy One Up is one, Direct Mail Pro is another. Even Advertising Boost has marketing training in the back office. A lot of these programs will have marketing training in the back office. Okay, so learn something. All right, literally watch some of the videos back there. Do this for an hour. You're gonna learn something that you didn't know before, and this is very important for you to do. Other things that you can look up to learn. You can learn about lead generation strategies, Instagram marketing strategies. These are different things that you can learn. You can learn about podcasting, blasting out of emails, all of those different things you can learn. All right. So you want to take the time in step 4 to learn those. Now, in step 5, you want to take action. And basically what that means is whatever you did in step 4, whatever you learned in step 4, okay? You want to now take action on it. You don't want to wait. Okay, you don't want to wait. If you learn something every day, that means you're going to be able to do step 5 every single day. All right. And now when we're talking about take action, all right, you want to spend about an hour, all right, turning that content, whatever you learned, whether it was the new knowledge you learned, or maybe it was some old knowledge that you just thought about, like, oh man, I knew about this for a while, but I didn't think about teaching it to someone. All right. For example, all right, there's something that I learned some months back, but I had not thought about teaching it. So I did a content video on it, which was how to find YouTube ideas, how to get ideas for your YouTube videos, right? There was a site that I knew about for a while, but I had not thought about teaching it, right? But it kind of popped into my mind, like, when I had to use it again, it popped into my mind. I'm like, hey, I know about, this particular site, answerthepublic.com. I know about this site, but my audience may not know about this site. And why is that relevant? Because if I'm doing the same things that I need for my audience to do, right, that my prospects will also need to do in their business, whether they join me in business or not, they're going to need to do those things in their business, then that's relevant to them, right? Because it's about what's relevant to them, what is relevant to your audience, what's relevant to your potential prospects, what's relevant to your marketplace. All right. If it's relevant to them, you want to learn it and teach it. All right. So you want to spend about an hour doing this take action. And what that means is you're going to take that knowledge that you have, whether it's that old knowledge that you already knew, or the new knowledge from step 4, right? And you want to turn it into content. All right. For example, you can make a video teaching what you learned, which is what I did in that particular example I just gave you about, how you can get ideas for your YouTube videos. I turned that into a piece of content, right? You can write a blog post, right, about whatever it is you learned. You literally can write a blog post, 1,000 words, 500 words, whatever, however length that you want to do, and put it on your blog. All right. You can write a Facebook post, right? You can write a Facebook post about what you learned. I do this quite often. A lot of my posts that I put on Facebook are things that I've learned in the past, or I just learned 5 minutes prior to writing that post. Literally, a lot of them I just learned 5 minutes to writing the post, and some of the things I learned in the past and just didn't think about teaching them because I was teaching something else, but they came to mind. Another thing that you can do along these lines of step number 5 of taking action, you can blast out an email about what you learned. All right. So if you do already have a few people on your email list, it doesn't have to be a large email list. You literally can have one person, right? Woo! Kudos, right? You literally can have one person who has opted into your list. That person deserves the same value as if you had 1 million people on your email list. Blast an email out to them, teaching them whatever it is that you learned. Teach it to them. That's what you do in step number 5, taking action. Because what's going to happen is, as you are putting out this value, right, you're putting out this content, you're sharing the things that you learned, and these are the things, right, that are relevant to your prospects, relevant to the marketplace. People are going to see, people are going to hear if it's an audio, people are going to watch if it's a video. And even if they don't happen to like your video that day, put a like on it, even if they don't share your video that day, even if they don't subscribe that day, even if they don't comment on your Facebook post that day, trust me, people are watching, okay? They're watching, and then at some point, they're going to be intrigued. You're going to say, hey, that D-Car lady is pretty helpful, or that Jonathan is pretty helpful, or that Latasha is pretty helpful, and they're going to reach out and be connected to you because there's so many people not doing step 5. So many people are trying to be elusive. So many people are trying to hold on to all of their information, don't want to share anything until you pay them $1,000. They don't want to share anything, like nothing. Okay. Don't be that guy or girl. Okay. Do step 5 and take action with the information that you have learned in step number 4. All right. And now the last step, which is step 6, okay, is networking and prospecting. All right. And this is literally part of your money-making activities as it relates to your online business. All right. This is literally part of your money-making activities right here. Step number 6, networking and prospecting. All right. You want to spend about 2 hours connecting with people that have similar interests. Okay. That means the people who are your target audience, the people who also have an interest in entrepreneurship. Okay. People have an interest in, earning an income online. People have an interest in marketing. All of those things are people who have similar interests as you do. All right. So you want to spend about 2 hours connecting with them. That means, here's some examples. Okay. These are just some examples. You could go into different Facebook groups and answer people's questions. I do this often. I'll go into relevant Facebook groups, all right, that are relevant to my audience, and people will post up questions. How do I do this? How do I get leads in this business? How do I get leads in that business? What do you guys think about my funnel that I just made? I'm not sure, right? Can you guys check this funnel out? Or what do you guys think about this post? I was thinking about using this graphic to post and get leads. What do you guys think about that? Or where in my back office can I find these postcard designs? I've looked everywhere and I just can't find it. Please help me out, right? People literally will post in groups asking for help. Okay. One way to connect with them is to go in the groups and answer questions, right? Relevant groups, right? So I'm not telling you to go into groups. If this is the market that you're in, right? Make money online, marketing, network marketing, affiliate marketing. I'm not saying join all the groups about puppies and people are asking about, how do I, dog train my puppy, how do I puppy train my doggy? I'm not saying go in those groups, right? Because that's not money making activities for your business. You can do that in your spare time, cool, right? But that's not money making activities for your business unless you may sell products for doggies, right? And then that's totally relevant, okay? So you can go into relevant Facebook groups and answer people's questions. And here's an important part, guys. Answer the questions right on the post if you can. Now, if your answer is literally going to be like 5 pages long, I totally get it, guys. You may have to say, hey, just let them know, hey, I have an answer. I have some steps for you, but I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna take like 5 pages to write that. So if you inbox me because it's long, you inbox me, I'll share the answer with you and anyone else, right? So I can do it on voice message, right? But if the answer is not gonna be, like super 5 pages long, if it's only gonna be like maybe a couple paragraphs at the most, right? Which most answers, I'll be honest, most answers that I've given run no more than a couple paragraphs. Now, a couple paragraphs on a post looks long, but it's not really that much to type out. But my point of saying that is you want to, as much as possible, answer it in the group, right? Because I'll see a lot of times when people ask questions in a group, and it'll be like a question like, oh my gosh, it'll be something crazy simple to answer as far as like it doesn't take a lot of words to answer it. It'll be like, let's say, what are the levels in Easy One Up? And then there'll be someone commenting on a Facebook post that says, I can tell you PM me. What? Did you even hear yourself? Like, it's like you could just literally list the levels, right? Okay. All right. Or tell them where to get the levels, right? Literally go to the website. But my point is, don't be that guy. Don't be that girl that tries to lure everybody into your PM and, just so you can try and sell them on some stuff, and just answer the questions in a group, if at all possible, if you can do that. All right, because what it's going to do is not just help that person, but it's going to help the other people in the group who happen to see that post. And people are going to see the post, whether they like it, comment, or share, they're going to see the post, right? And when you share it right there, other people can benefit from it as well. All right, and then they're going to be able to reach out to you and say, hey, D, I saw you was helping such and such. Hey, I had a question, I haven't joined yet. But I was just blah, blah, blah. And then you have a conversation, networking, prospecting is happening. All right. Next, you want to call people who have opted into your email list. All right. So me personally, what I do a lot of times, not all of my capture pages ask for a phone number, but some of them do, especially the capture pages that I often use, like on YouTube marketing, right? They'll ask for phone number. Okay. Now, one of the things you can do is you can actually call the people who have opted in, call or text, depending upon the situation. You can actually call them and talk to them. They opted in because they were interested in whatever it is that they opted into, right? So you're not cold calling these people. They opted in for a reason because they were interested in whatever it is you were talking about at that time. So you can reach out and connect with them and network with them. Okay, not reaching out to try and just sell and say, hey, saw you opted in, hurry up and buy. No, connect with them, talk with them, see what their issues are, see how you can be of assistance. Okay, you also can call people whose business cards you've collected. All right, now you may see people like, let's say if you go to a store, all right, like the supermarket, and people will have their business cards posted up, right? And so if you have something, if you feel that you can offer this person some type of assistance, okay, because it's always about what you can offer them, right? It's not about, oh, that person can become a buyer of my product, right? Because you're going at it from the wrong angle. What can you do to help them? All right. And if your product that you have literally doesn't have a way to help them, then don't call them, right? Because then you just look salesy, right? So you can call people's business cards that you collected. When you meet people, they give you the business card. You can call them and network them and prospect with them as well. Another thing that you can do is you can answer questions in Messenger. And no, I'm not talking about code messaging where a person didn't even ask for any info, or a person didn't even comment on a post. you pretty much just asked them for a friend request and jumped in their inbox and it started exploding with all this talk about your business. That's not what I'm talking about. Okay, there are times when people will, like I said before, they will message you and ask you questions, or you may see someone ask a question. I've had this happen a couple times. You'll see someone ask a question in a group, and you know that the question they asked is not something that anyone's going to answer publicly. Some questions are just like that. It may be something that a person wouldn't mind sharing, but because of the rules in the group, they may not be able to give that person the answer in the group, especially if it's something where you have to give out a link to, not your affiliate link, but you literally have to give them a link to something to show them whatever it is that they want to know. And in some groups, they're really strict about links, and I understand it, but they're really strict about links, so you can't give out links. So you may have to message that person, say, hey, I saw that you asked about this. Did you get the information that you needed already? And they may say yes, no, or I can use some more information. And then you can say, hey, okay, I've had that question before. Maybe this resource can help you. And there's the networking right there. There's the networking prospecting going on because that person needed some help, right? And for whatever reason, the rules of that group prohibited you from putting a link to a resource. I'm not talking about your affiliate link, all right? Or a link to a resource. That's not your affiliate link, okay? Understand that, okay? All right. And you wanted to give them that because it would answer their questions way faster than you spouting off like 500 paragraphs, right? So then that's one example of answering people's questions in Messenger, not code messaging them, okay? Now, let's do a recap, all right? So we had basically 6 steps, how to build a profitable online business from scratch in 6 easy steps. Number 1 was wake up and give thanks. Number 2, visualization. Number 3, self-development. Number 4, learn something new. Number 5, take action. And number 6, networking and prospecting. Now I want you to think really quick, how many steps have you been missing daily? Out of these 6, how many have you been missing? All right. And you don't have to answer this, but if you're stuck for some reason on this and you do want to answer it, then answer it, right? Shoot me a message, all right, or comment and let me know how many of these steps have you been missing, all right? Because this is important. Now that you know the steps, go back and see how many of you have been missing and start filling those in. Say, hey, I've been doing number 2, I've been doing number 3, and I've been doing number 6, right? Well, then that means you need to hit 1, 4, and 5 as well, okay? You may say, I've been doing number 1 and number 2, and that's it. Well, then that means you need to hit 3, 4, 5, and 6, okay? You need to hit these 6 steps on a regular, consistent basis. And time frame wise, the time that it takes to do this can vary. It can take about maybe 4 hours a day to do this. If you don't have a full 4 hours, because everybody's schedule is a little bit different, then you could chop some of it down a little bit. And, it may take you about 2 hours a day to do this. And I will be 100% honest with you. If you tell yourself, and notice I said tell yourself, right? If you tell yourself that you don't have at least, bare minimum 2 hours a day to commit to building a profitable online business, then you need to rethink your why. Okay, that means your why of why you want to do this is not strong enough. Because when you're starting a business from scratch, it does require time. It does. There's just no getting around that. I don't care how many gurus tell you that they work 45 minutes a day. They didn't start working 45 minutes a day. They didn't start out that way. Okay, they started out putting in these same tactics until they were able to 5, 6, 10, 20 years down the road, however long it took them, right? Some gurus I've heard them say it took them 5 years. Some say it took them 10 years. Some say they've been doing it for 20 years, but my point is it takes you some time to get to the point where you may only have to do this 45 minutes a day. But to start out, plan on anywhere from 4 hours to 2 hours a day to do this so that you can do it to the best that you can put out. All right, you want to put out the quality. All right, so with that being said, hopefully you have found some value with this message here today on how to build a profitable online business from scratch in 6 easy steps. If you have, please do like the video, share the video. All right. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do subscribe to my channel and crush the bell. And what I'll do is I'll leave a link down below. All right. So you can check out my one of my number one recommended opportunities to make an income from home. All right. So that you can finally break through and have your financial success that you're looking for. Other than that, guys, you already know. This D Car Lady, and we're gonna take this ride to the top, baby. All right, and we out.